From WXII 12 News, this is a Hurricane Florence update.
Just off the coast, Hurricane Florence is creeping ever closer at this hour. The eye churning just offshore, bringing heavy rain and strong wind to the coast. This is a look at Surf City. The camera there has since been knocked down.
We have team coverage tonight from Wilmington to Nags Head and the Piedmont Triad. Let's get straight over to Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope with the very latest on when the worst of the storm will hit. Lainey?
Yeah, I've just been able to briefly look at the statement. One thing that I have noticed, we've got 90-mile-per-hour winds with this, and yes, it is still moving very slowly. Northwest at 6, but that's actually faster than the 5-mile-an-hour forward speed that we had just an hour ago. You can see the eye is still very close to land. In fact, it's about 50 miles away right now. The storm is about 500 miles across. Tropical storm force winds still extend about 195 miles from the center. And you can see that already the rain bands are on shore. They have been lashing out mainly at the Crystal Coast for the last several hours. Hatteras has reported a gust of, well, closer to 100 miles an hour earlier today in parts of Cape Lookout and about 67 in Hatteras. So these are some of the highest wind gusts that we have had reported and coming into the weather center here just within the last hour. Fort Macon just stands just out on the end there of the Crystal Coast at 105-mile-per-hour winds. Ocracoke with an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust, and you can see some of the clouds being pushed even into our area. Looking at the rain bands, and it's really been coming down from Atlantic Beach to Emerald Isle all the way down to Wilmington to Oak Island as well, where they've easily seen some 2 to 4 inches of rain already from this storm system. It is a Category 1. Don't pay attention to the number because the number doesn't cause the damage. It is the storm that does the damage, and this is definitely going to be a catastrophic storm in the eastern part of the state. Thankfully, the winds are down some, so that is good news, but the wind field is very wide. The track hasn't changed a whole lot in the short term, still looking at landfall by early afternoon, evening tomorrow, and then working its way through South Carolina. One thing I did notice with just a quick look here is that the turn is a bit sharper and it's a little bit faster, which could work in our favor in the mountains as far as rainfall goes. We do have a flash flood watch that is out though for our area, so it does include all of the Triad. We may see flash flood watches go up for the mountains and foothills as well because we're forecasting about 5 to 10 inches of rain across the Piedmont Triad and mountains and foothills on average. Let's check in with Michelle for more on that.
And Lainey, we've been trying to get confirmation as exactly what the storm surge is looking like right now along the coast. From the Crystal Coast north, we are expecting to see some 10-foot, if not higher, storm surge, and that was just confirmed by folks out in Havelock near the Cherry Branch Ferry Terminal. So those of you who are familiar with the ferry service there, you know that that is closer to the sound side, and inland they're seeing some 10-foot reports of storm surge. This is on top of the rain that they continue to see right now. So big deal for the Crystal Coast at this hour, and we continue to look at those rainfall totals that continue to come up. High totals for the Triad potentially, as you look here, from anywhere in Greensboro from 7 inches to possibly 5.5 inches going up into the mountains. That's just one forecast model. And you're flooding local impact beginning, we believe, as early as Saturday morning, if not a little bit before. And 5 to 10 inches, all of this is track dependent, but looking like flood watches may be extended west. Lainey?
Yeah, for more on the timeline, we are going to see a few of those tropical showers moving in tomorrow, perhaps a storm as well, occasional though. And then on Saturday, starting to see the heavier tropical showers really push into our region. And the heavy rain threat is mainly on Sunday and potentially into Monday. We'll have more details for you coming up.
All right, Lainey, Michelle, thank you both. Let's begin with our teams out in the field. We'll start this hour in Wilmington. The wind already active tonight. Brianna Connor reporting all kinds of stuff in the sky.
Yeah, it's pretty intense out there. Let's go to Brianna live now. How are things looking on your end, Brianna?
Talitha, Kenny, we've got rain, we've got wind, thunder, and lightning just nonstop out here. I'd say for the past 2.5, 3 hours, it's gotten really intense. The National Weather Service says that they're recording sustained winds of about 30 miles an hour here in Wilmington, gusts up over 60 miles an hour. The rain is the secondary story. We've only gotten a little over half of an inch so far, but they don't expect the storm to move away from Wilmington anytime soon. The mayor says that they can expect anywhere between 24 to 40 inches over the next 36 to 48 hours, and that is going to be be a big problem. Now I want to give you a frame of reference here. Downtown Wilmington is to my left, and to my right, this is the Cape Fear River, and these early bands of Florence are really whipping this body of water around. This is not expected to crest until next week on Tuesday at 25 feet. So again, major inland flooding issues. I want to take you over here. This barge is actually a restaurant, and the owner has been out here multiple times tonight checking on his business, trying to make sure everything's tied down nice and good, because if this thing breaks loose, it's gone. He said he's worried about the water level, and he's worried if these winds get too high, this could be a problem. So he's tied everything down as mentioned, and he's just hoping for the best. Take a listen.
We took down all of our TV audio, all of the awnings that were in there. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty safe, sturdy structure on the water. It's built for something like this. The big concern would be is if it ever got loose, obviously.
At this point in Wilmington, we've got thousands of people without power, although I can report the lights are still on out here at the pier. We do have some reports of trees coming down as well, and this is just the start. We've got a long ways to go with this storm. Live in Wilmington, I'm Brianna Connor. Back to you.
Oh, Brianna, please be careful out there. We saw that big gust of wind just rock
scary.
her and photographer Teresh. Well, up the coast to the Outer Banks, the storm surge continues to rock the beach.
Now that's where we find Lowell Melzer tonight, who is live at Nags Head. Lowell, what are you seeing? We can barely see you.
Yeah, we're still feeling the effects of the wind out here. We're dealing with sustained winds at around 50 miles per hour and have had a couple of gusts over 60. We're also starting to feel, when we last saw you, no rain. Now we're starting to feel light bands of rain, but when you mix that, I say quote unquote light, when you mix that light rain in with these heavier winds and it hits you in the face, it feels much heavier than it actually is. We were talking about the surf remains the same. We're talking about 10-foot waves overnight, expected those waves to climb in height, and that'll kind of feed in to the situation dealing with storm surge. We're talking anywhere from 2 to 4 feet to the north of us, 4 to 6 feet where we are right now, and then up to 9 feet as you head down to Cape Hatteras. If you're looking at the radar graphic on your screen, you see the spinning where we are. Less rain, more wind. That's the very latest here live in Nags Head. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Lowell, thank you. We sure do appreciate it. We also have an update tonight from the Crystal Coast. These images are from Morehead City, about 15 miles away on Emerald Isle. They've already received more than 5 inches of rain and counting. And on top of that, power is out in the emergency management building of all places. They do have a working generator there, thankfully. Emerald Isle is about a 30-minute drive from Atlantic Beach, and the bridge closed today at noon. No one in or out from the Cape Carteret side until emergency responders give the okay. It is a mess. Big concern with Florence, of course, storm surge. Let's look at the flooding right now in New Bern. If we can flip over to that, that is happening along the Neuse River.
On the left is Carolina Beach, where roads already covered by floodwaters there. The Weather Channel's Dr. Greg Postel explains what exactly storm surge is and why it's so dangerous.
Storm surge is often the deadliest part of a hurricane. Let me show you what that looks like, starting with a 1 to 3 foot water rise above normally dry ground. Now, this might not sound like much, but remember, this is flowing water being pushed by the wind. We know that 1 to 3 foot of storm surge can knock you off your feet, stall out cars, and even carry cars away. It is too late to evacuate when the water rises to this level. But let's go above that. Let's go 3 to 6 feet, for example. Very large objects can be carried in this kind of flowing water. They can act as battering rams and enhance the damage. But let's go even above that. 9 feet of storm surge. This kind of storm surge is not survivable unless you move to the higher floors of whatever structure you happen to be in. So please follow the advice of the local officials and evacuate as ordered when a hurricane moves in.
Stunning images there. As far as Florence impacting the Piedmont Triad, Randolph County expected to be one of the harder hit areas, unfortunately. Asheboro only about 3 hours from Wilmington.
And that's where we find our Steve King tonight to show us how people are bracing for the storm.
It's starting to feel a bit cooler here in downtown Asheboro, and it has drizzled at times in the last hour, but right now it's dry. However, the wind has been picking up throughout the night. You can see the leaves on this tree blowing a bit here along Sunset Avenue. Randolph County Emergency Services leaders have been set up in their Emergency Operations Center all day, preparing to take calls as needed. But so far, there are no reports of damage. Meanwhile, the owners of Hops Barbecue in downtown Asheboro say they're going to stay open during the storm as long as there's still electricity.
The people that are coming in here are very loyal to us, and they rely on us being open. And so we want to make sure that we're here for them because a lot of them literally all the time are just relying on us to be open. So we need to make sure that we provide to them as long as we can possibly do that.
Emergency services officials say they do expect there to be flash flooding during the storm, and if any drivers see standing water on the road, they need to turn around and find another route. Reporting from downtown Asheboro, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Steve, thank you. Remember, you can find all the latest information on the WXII 12 News mobile app. We will continue to update that and you as Florence moves over land.